Hello everyone and welcome back to another Desmos crafting tutorial. The last time we finished all of the facial features on the characters, so the ears, the eyes, nose, etc. So just a few things before I continue on with this tutorial. So I know it said that I'm probably going to add the hair in to get his body all fleshed out, but I want to take a break from this for a few weeks. So on my page that I wrote that at starting somewhere close to the New Year's, I want to start some car logos because that was what one of my YouTube followers said. So I listen to everybody. So post your suggestions, I read them. Um, so today instead of continuing on with this character because I like he is really. I mean, he's not difficult because the features are difficult to add in, but because the the interval that we have, it's less than a half, less than a quarter. I want to finish off with something nice and easy. So I want to do coloring as a temporary stopping point. So this isn't going to be where we're going to last end this series. The series will pick off starting next year. Anyways, so let's color something. Let's color this lamppost. So to color it, you're going to need the equation of your lower bound curve and your upper bound. So but since this equation is implicitly written, we're going to have to solve for y. And and the and the equation for a half ellipse. So the top half, I think it's a good idea to create another folder. I want to call this color. And I want to move this all the way up to the top because since order matters, I want my lines to be drawn over the color lines. So but first, let's copy and paste this equation since it's implicit, and we're going to solve for y. Not directly because we can just look at his equation and get his half ellipse equations from this. So I don't want to call him its radius because it is not as radius anymore. A radius only applies for a circle. So the equation of a half ellipse general form is y equals square plus or minus square root of wherever this last term is. So I have 3 over 8 squared. 8 over 8 squared minus this part right here, the x component, x minus 4.365 squared. And then at the very end, we're going to add what's inside this y value. So this is y minus 8. This is going to be positive 8. If it was plus 8, it would be negative 8. And finally, we have this 0.5 squared. We're going to take the square root of that, 0.5. There we have the top half. Since we want the bottom half, I want to make it negative. So our equation is going to be bounded by this top one. And if it's a top, use a greater than sign. If it's a bottom, use a less than or equal to. And as bottom is going to be this line down here. We can just copy and paste this. There we go. And let's change the color of this. I want to make my pole black. Let's color another thing where we actually need to set our bounds for coloring. So let's color this part of the building from this line right here to this line right here. So I'm not going to So normally when we say something like let's see, 5 less than equal to y less than or equal to 3, you're gonna get this piece is going to go from the very left to the very right, and we don't want that. We only want this segment right here. But this is not 5. This segment is, we have top is 6 and the bottom is 2. So we're going to go from 6 to 2. And we need to define our boundaries for one of them. So this is going to be from -12 to -11. So we're going to say -12 less than or equal to x, and less than or equal to 6. No, it's not. Less than or equal to 6. Less than or equal to -11. Pull a colon here. It's going to be your part of the equation. So I want to make my what color should I make my building? Let's make this one. We don't have any color options here. Because next time I'll start with showing you how to get new colors from just these colors. Let's make this one orange for now, and we'll change it later. So before I end this video, I just want to make a side note. So you can predefine your bounds for an equation. So let's say you want to draw you want to have a parabola, an upside down parabola from -2 to 2. So you're going to say -2 less than equal to x. So this is going to be your bounds already. And then this colon, and after you're going to put a colon, and afterwards you're going to put what you want your equation to be. So -x² plus 2. So you can see that we now have a parabola from -2 to 2. Just another way of defining an equation. I like doing mine like this, where you write which equation is, and then you put boundaries in afterwards. Well, that is it. And I will see you on the next video, in the next tutorial probably. I'll be posting other tutorials. The next one will be short ones on car logos, like I said in the beginning. And yeah, well, if you're just following these tutorials, it's going to be posted up next year. So I'll see you then.